It's another lady of the house kind of day, and today I am going to share the pink room. Welcome back, ladies. I am so excited that you are here today because I finally get to talk about the decor for the bedrooms. So I'm going to start with this bedroom, but of course I have 3 other bedrooms to share with you, 2 of which are 2 other daughters that I have, and then the last one will be my son's. So this bedroom was actually my bedroom when I was younger, and this was my son's room, and now it is my oldest daughter's room. So this room needed to serve many purposes because she is very crafty and loves to do different things. So one of the things that I wanted her to have in this space was my desk that I just gave up because I just gave up my office so that they could all have their own rooms. Now I want to make a little side note here of the fact that there are so many different things that I know that we could do and that I would love to do within these spaces, but due to limited funds, we are not going to be doing those things, at least right now. So for instance, I would love wainscoting on all of my walls, not just the bedroom walls, but every single wall in the house. I would love to just go to town in decorating my home in a way that really could bring to life the visions that I've had for so long. But of course, we are limited with our funds, and so we just are going to make do with what we have. However, there were some things that were most important to us recently, which was to add an additional room so that all of our kids could have a room. So of course you have to budget for different things, and one of the things that we budgeted for was paint and bedding. So that is where I put the funds, aside from the creation of a brand new room, was to update the paint and then also to update their bedding. And I think that this is a wonderful time to do that. Oh, and I should note that 2 of them did get new beds as well, because before they all had these loft beds that came from IKEA, and they were great for a time. However, I was never completely sold on them just because there were certain things about them that I just did not care for. One being that I could not see my kids when they were sleeping, and I guess I never realized until we had those just how important that was to me, and for many different reasons, which I won't get into right here, but it was just something that I realized later on how important it was to me to be able to see them. But there were things like, just the ability for them to make their bed. It really did increase in difficulty, I would say, and also just making sure that things were done, that everything, that their beds were clear of clutter and all of that. All of that plays a role in our decision to eliminate those beds. We were able to salvage some of the pieces from there, but I will get into that as I go into the rooms where we have salvaged different pieces from those beds, because they had built-in desks and wardrobes and cubbies, all of that. So anyway, that is not for this video. This bed right here was actually free. I found it, I think it was on Craigslist, and the woman was getting rid of this bed that I think she kept in her RV for a while. So anyway, it also came with a mattress, and I was just so thrilled when I found this, and I just went over, picked it up, and was just so grateful that we were able to get such a piece. This bed reminds me so much of my own bed and the bed frame that we have. I love the details on it. I especially love just the way that it looks. To me, it has a very French style, it can also be considered cottage, maybe English cottage as well. So to me, I just think that some of the details, the scroll work on there especially, gives off more of that French aesthetic to me. So anyway, this bed has been one that she has been using in this room, and before I recently painted this room, which I just did a video yesterday on painting this room, changing it from peach tone to pink, which is pink macarons. So that is the name of the paint. I think it's by Sherwin. At least I purchased it from Lowe's, and so I will try to link that in my description box below. I know that I didn't link it, but I think I put the name of it, or I don't know, we'll have to see. But that's the name. And this was one of the best decisions that I made when it came to paint, because it is so pleasing to the eye. I feel that it has a much more muted and soft tone to it, and it's still very feminine and beautiful. And so I think that it works well with the pinks or with the purples, mauves, things like that. So it can go either way, I feel. And that is exactly what this bedding right here, which I found from Ross, it's by Shabby Chic, and it has pinks and purples and mauves and just very light tones to it, and it's so beautiful. So I thought that this would be perfect for my daughter because she loves these colors, and I think that it just suits this room so well. And then I already had these curtains. So one of the things that you will see when I'm speaking of these spaces is that I'm just reusing a lot of things, a lot of the textiles that I've already had, furniture that I've already had, and just trying to make what we had work for these different spaces. So there has been so much just moving around of different things, and still just trying to make things fit in a way that is functional and that would work well, that everybody loves, that's also pleasing to the eye. So anyway, these curtains, I want to say either I got them for my bedroom or I got them for my office, but then we ended up using them in the girls' bedroom for a long time. So these ones have sheers over them. So it's like a double layer curtain built in instead of buying sheers and then buying a blackout curtain. But these are blackout curtains, and I just think that they are beautiful in this space. The tone of them, the color, just all of it matches this color so well. And then I had other curtains that were from my office, so I took out all the pink curtains, which were by DKNY. And by the way, both of these sets came from Home Goods. So these pink curtains, we decided, since we do not have currently doors for this closet, we decided to use these curtains for it. And I think that there are 6 panels altogether, so they gather well, and then it really does camouflage or just hide everything that's beyond the curtain. And of course, it's her space now, all of her stuff is in there, so I'm not really going to go in and just show everything that's in there now, or the way that it's organized. That's not really what this video is about, but she does have plenty of storage in here. I have since given her this little piece, this cabinet that I was using in my office, and she has all of her things in there now. And so then she also has the desk with the drawer space, and those drawers go all the way to the back of the desk itself. And it's just really nice, all the storage that she has. And then of course she has a built-in closet system. So just all the shelves and cubbies and hang-up space that she may need. I think overall this space really came together well. Now, one of the things that I was noticing when I put that mirror up on the wall was just that it was a little too greenish gold to me, and it did not look great in this space. So I definitely wanted to change it, and I think that what I did was the perfect solution. I just painted it with the crystal cut color, which is the color that I have in my main living space and also on the back of the walls in the kitchen. And I just painted the entire mirror, the frame, that color. And then I also had some gold stencil paint that I've been using on several different things whenever I want little gold touches here and there. When I like to gild different things, all the different furniture that I have, this is what I've been using. So I just used a little paintbrush that I had to do the hardware on the desk because I definitely felt that it needed something to bring out the beautiful detail of the hardware. And then also the little key area in there in the desk. But then also on that mirror. That mirror really needed a little something to bring out the beautiful detail that I loved so much that I was drawn to when I found that mirror. And that was another, just probably a Craigslist or a Facebook Marketplace, one of those finds. And it is so nice when you can find something that is at a fraction of the price or free. And when you have these good solid pieces, you can use them for different things. And oftentimes some feel like these things look dated, but I think really these are timeless pieces and they look so beautiful. There's so much craftsmanship within them, and it just really makes a statement in a room. So the thing that I decided to do was to paint this desk. I did not think that it went very well within this space at all with the original color, but this whole time I hadn't painted it. I just used it the way that it was within my own office. But since painting it, I'm sitting here thinking, why did I wait? But sometimes I just feel like maybe the way something is done kind of gives it a little bit more character than just painting it all white wood and then, you know, highlighting the details on it. But for myself and for my home, sometimes we need to just cut out certain colors that just don't go well with the rest of the pieces that we have. And so in order to make it more, you know, in order to make it flow more, to have harmony, I wanted to paint that piece in here, and I just love it in here. And she really likes it. It has brightened this space up. One of the things I wanted to do within this space was to brighten up the walls. So the paint that I chose was so much lighter in just upon looking at it. But then once it was on the walls, it kind of gave a more, you know, just a muted look within here. So it didn't seem as bright necessarily, but bringing in the lighter pieces of furniture and also painting that one mirror has really brightened things up. And of course we can control the brightness when we open the blinds, when we open the curtains. But speaking of these curtains, I used 2 of her little pearl bracelets that she felt were just too chunky and too big for her, but she wears a little pearl bracelet every single day. But these 2 came in the set, and so that acts as a great tie back for curtains. So that's what we are using to just gather those curtains the way that they are. And I think overall it offers just enough light in here that she wants, but it also, you know, makes it darker in here the way that she likes it instead of it being super bright. So we, you know, having that happy medium, finding that happy medium, I think was important for her. And then of course this little lamp that she has on her desk, it is on this this dimmer switch, so it can turn off and she can brighten it and, you know, lower it and all of that. So that is something that she can either put right next to her bed, but we also have a little magnet right under the light switch when you walk into the room. Now the other thing that she has in here is this little chair, which I was thinking I might get rid of. It's a little dressing table chair and it's quite low, but it's a great place for her just to be able to set down her purse or her bag when she comes in from school. You know, just having a little place to set things that is not the area where you're going to be working on. It's not the bed. It's also not the little dressing table that we've kind of made this piece into, which holds her jewelry, it holds her hair accessories and her perfume and all of that. So I think, like I said, overall this space has really come together in a lovely way. And then of course she has a full body mirror, which she did not want to get rid of, so we have that right next to the closet. And then one of the things that she does like about this closet now, and especially having the curtains up, is that it kind of acts as an extra barrier for her dressing room. So she likes to be able to get dressed in there, and she also has this little hook system right behind the door when it's open, and this is a great place for her to be able to hang up a towel, or if she were to hang up the purse that she's going to be using, things like that, or even the outfit that she plans on wearing for the next day. And I would also just like to add that there's something so charming about a space when the pieces look like they've been collected over time. So I feel that each of these pieces has just a story to tell, and something that I can even say about each of them, but all of them were used. And so there is, to me, something very special about that, and it's something that you cannot purchase from a big box store. Decorating my girls' rooms is just a dream for me because I've always loved to decorate in a very pretty way. And so one of the things that I love doing is just not worrying about, making sure that a space has enough masculine pieces or this or that. All the rules that they say about decorating, I throw all of that out the window when it comes to decorating, especially my girls' rooms, because it's just a place that they get to be themselves. They get to be the girls that they are. And that's something that I love so much when it comes to decorating or dressing, is just that you can be in your feminine energy and just showcase that in especially the way that you are decorating. So that's one of the things that you might notice about the way that I decorate, is that it's not so much about trying to find that balance per se. It's really just about bringing all of the pretty that there is into a space. I say pretty because, they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, but I think that we can all agree on what looks really pretty and then what doesn't. And that's really what I like to hone in on when it comes to decorating a girl's bedroom, is making it very pretty. So that is what I wanted to share with you today. And just like I said, there are so many things that I feel we could do with this space, even, putting a chandelier in here or something like that. But for now, this is what we're doing. As far as artwork goes, because that is something that is definitely lacking in this space. We did have a piece in here before, but especially with the new bedding, it really didn't look very great. And so I'm excited to paint some new pieces and get some beautiful artwork up on the walls for her, something that is more fitting for this space now. So I definitely feel inspired to get busy painting. But thank you so much for being here with me today. And if you are working on your own daughter's room or your son's room, or just a space within your home, just know that finding the right colors makes all the difference, and it really does brighten your mood. It just makes you feel so good. And that's actually one of the things that I speak about, or that I've written about over on Patreon. Today I am sharing the color pink over there. And so if you're interested in what I have to say about that, please head over there to read the newsletter. And with that, I'm going to leave you here. Thank you so much for being here with me today, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.